Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Straight Outta Boston here, aka the King of Boston. Today we're back for episode number 35 of my Colorado Rockies OOTP series here on Out of the Park Baseball 16, and we've got the 2026 mid-season update. So far we're off to a pretty solid start in this season, 34-21, defending our World Series title pretty effectively, I would say. And the big thing, or I should say the big development this year, is the NL West looks like it's finally having a down year. It looks like it is finally turned into a kind of mediocre division outside of us, and it looks like the Dodgers' reign of terror might finally be over there in last place, although they are 7-3 in their last 10, so we'll see about that. But still, you know, despite us maybe not playing our best baseball we've ever played, we're still, you know, we got a really comfortable lead in the division. See, the Red Sox are 40-13. That is absurd. Their team must be goddamn stacked. Maybe not. I don't know. Joey Gallo. So, anyway, a couple developments on this year's team so far before we get into the first-year player draft. So, Paul Goldschmidt has completely regressed into like a almost a completely useless player. So, I think I'm gonna release him pretty soon. You know, we still owed a good bit of money, but I don't think we're gonna be able to trade him anywhere. So we got Danny Taylor playing first base for now. But right now we have what am I trying to say here? We have Sky Bolt out. He's out for a couple more weeks. So when he gets back, we can shift Ruben Rodriguez, who we did call up, as well as Esteban Ortiz. We can shift Rodriguez to third base, which is actually his top defensive position, and then we could play Windham at first base if we wanted, maybe platoon Windham and Taylor at first base. So when Bolt gets back healthy, we'll probably end up DFAing Paul Goldschmidt or trading him for whatever we can. I doubt he has any value on the market, though. So, but other than that, you know, team's playing relatively well. Not our best baseball, but, you know, after title hangover, I guess, whatever. I'm not, you know, we're 6.5 up in the division, so I can't really complain. Strasburg's having another good year, which is good to see. Burkhalter and Getty is also putting up rather productive seasons. Vladimir Gutierrez has been pitching pretty poorly, so I think I'm going to end up moving Brady Aiken into the rotation. He's having a really good year down in AAA. He had 2.41 ERA and 11 starts, and he's fully rested right now, which means he'd be projected to pitch today. So we're definitely going to move him up. The question is, who do we want, or, you know, what should we do here? I'm thinking maybe we just release Gutierrez. Doesn't seem like he's, yeah, alright, seems like he was kind of a waste of time, but that's alright. So let's add Aiken, and then I unfortunately had to outright release Julio Urias. I forgot to just do that in the offseason and not have to pay him the $3 million or whatever this year, because he didn't have the service time for us to demote him. He already has 5 years of service time, and now we might need another lefty in the bullpen, maybe over Chris Richmond. So I might go back and sign Urias, but let's let Aiken pitch today just so that he pitches. I don't want him pitching on like 10 days rest if I can avoid it, so we'll just let him pitch today. And we've got a series against Chicago, so let's simulate ahead of day, see how he does. Ooh, looks like he got roughed up. Yeah, at least he had 6 strikeouts, so we'll see what he can do. This is excuse me, he's getting another opportunity as a rotation guy, so he best not blow it. But alright, we got the first year player draft here, so we've got our pick and then a pick in the compensation round. I can already see one guy Adron Chambers likes, but this does not look like it's a very good class. We're going to be looking at all players here. Right, let's go to the next pick by Colorado. Scroll to the top of the list. Alright, so some half-decent players here, at least according to our guy Chambers. Let's see the ones that the OSA Scouting Association also likes. This guy looks like he'd be a pretty sure bet as a first-round pick. Third baseman, Victor Quintero, 20 years old, Houston, Texas. Luis Castillo, this guy also looks like he's not too shabby. It's a reliever. This guy's not too bad either. Kind of reminds me of Dominic Foscalina, actually. Alright, so he could be a, we might target him. It looks like he's got a high demand, so we can target him in the second round, or the supplemental round, I should say. So we'll go after Victor Quintero for now. Let's get him, give him the slot or whatever, the demand, whatever he wants, and then, oh no, someone took that guy, damn it. Alright, well there's still some pretty good players here. I'll probably take Ruffin eventually, but let's look at some of these starters. This guy's a reliever, Jim Baker. Yes, we're back to that guy. What about anyone down here? Any interesting? Not really. So, I don't know, we might just take Eric Ruffin or something, or we could go with a highly rated OOTP guy. Like, let's see, yeah, OSA ratings. Orlando Lopez. And his ratings don't look great. This guy's a reliever. Maybe a half decent starter here. Chapel Hill, I don't know. This guy's might be half decent as well. Guy plays left field apparently. What are his batting ratings? What? That's so funny. Alright, so let's go with one of those pitchers, and then we can grab a Ruffin in the next round. So McDonald's 1.5. He's 22 though, so he's probably gonna sign. The other guy we were looking at is who? Jerry Green maybe? Who's the control guy? Crap. Oh my god. Eric Fox. All right, well screw it. Let's just we'll just draft McDonald then. Let's go back to the OOTP. McDonald, we'll draft him. Oh, you know what? It was Miguel Angel Ochoa, I think, was the other guy. All right, and he got taken. So let's go to let's get that Eric Ruffin guy if he's still available. Nice, he is. All right, and if he's still available, we'll get Orlando Lopez as well. So a couple highly rated first basemen. Hopefully one of them sticks. Probably not, but it's worth a shot. All right, and then we'll just simulate the rest of the draft. So that is that. And then in a moment here, we'll skip ahead to you know, around July 1st like we usually do. But anyway, so yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with how the season's gone. You know, looks like we're going to be right back in the, or at least right back in the hunt for the playoffs. And you know, if we get there, then we'll just you know, we'll go from there. I mean, there's not really, I mean, you know, like I said before, I sort of fall into the belief that much of the playoffs is random. So if we just get there, we'll have a chance. All right, so it looks like our clubhouse is running pretty well. That's good to see. Thank you for the update, Tito. Let's just offer these guys some contracts. Perfect. All right, and we will cut out here and be back shortly. All right, so we are back. I actually ended up accidentally skipping July 2nd, so we're actually at July 3rd, and we are ready to sign some international free agents. So this is or this class, I should say, is one really good player, Luis Reyes, who looks like he's going to be an absolute stud. So we definitely want to get our hands on him. The only thing is his demand is $6.5 million. And not only would we have to pay out $6.5 million, but we would also have to pay out certain tax fees if we're going to give somebody that much money. And we don't really have that much money to work with. I mean, we have $20 million for free agents as it stands right now, which, like, to me, that basically means that we have $20 million left to spend on this year's team, or we can spend, you know, we can choose to spend some of that money in the international waters. But the thing is, like, you know, we might need some of that money to upgrade our pitching staff or our lineup, stuff like that, our bullpen, etc., etc. So it's kind of a tough spot. So it looks like Reyes got offered $4 million from the Giants. So maybe we can just try by offering him 6.5 and seeing what he says. And then I think I might also want to get. Oh, looks like no, this is only pitchers. Yeah, I might also want to get Tony Guerrero. Oh yeah, I think we might. Whoops. Might want Tony Guerrero. Well, actually, I don't know. I might wait to see what the reaction from Reyes is, because Guerrero wouldn't be a bad backup option, but I don't really know if I'm going to be able to afford both. So we will just have to wait. We win a couple games against St. Louis. That's good. Reyes, there we get in. Damn it. All right, so we're going to have to offer more money out to him. And if we offer like $10 million, like what is... How much does that actually cost us? I don't know. Maybe it doesn't cost us anything. Maybe we're fine. Maybe we can just give up $10 million. Oh no! See that? See that squandered $17 million of our money. So I mean, I don't know. It might be worth it to pick up Reyes, but at the same time, it might have a negative. It's got a good chance of having a negative effect on this year's team. Jose Reyes gets hurt. He's out for 2 weeks. All right, that's not good, but not bad either. I mean, it's just 2 weeks. So we can put Yamada in left, and we can play Ruben Rodriguez at center, and we can move Windham to full-time third base. So I basically I'd been switching things up a little bit. So I had Taylor and Windham platooning at first. I had Rodriguez playing third, but now that we have an outfielder hurt, we're gonna go with Rodriguez in center field. All right. So the only question is the lineup here. We will move. Should we move Ortiz up? No, we probably should not. We can move. Maybe we can leave things as is. I don't know. This isn't the worst lineup in the world. Dillard, Windham. Windham's playing pretty well, so we'll probably just leave him there. Gallo, we can move to back up. First and third baseman, we got to move an infielder up. We can move. Maybe we can move Luis Reyes up. Why not? All right, copy and paste, and then we'll see if we get. What was the guy's name again? Don't even remember. International Amateurs. Oh, Juan Reyes. All right. We'll keep an eye on the waiver wire here. So we get the draft pick signing deadline. I'm pretty sure we got everybody signed up. Oh yeah. Also, I didn't even really mention we had been sort of playing poor baseball up until this point, but damn, Reyes still. We're not even gonna have enough money, so we might just go after Tony Guerrero then. We get Guerrero and Roman instead. We might do that because Reyes wants so much money. I don't even think we could afford to give him that, to be honest, because I think we would just go over budget. So we're gonna have to let Reyes go. I'm gonna shortlist him though. I'm gonna unshortlist Tony Guerrero here, but we will offer him a contract. So let's offer him $2 million. $2 million, and then we can offer Pancho or Roman like $750,000. All right, so we get 2 players instead of 1 at least. There's one bright side, I guess. And we still got this 3-game set against Pittsburgh. We lose the first 2. So yeah, we had been playing sort of poorly. We'd slipped to just 10 games over 500, but then we won 4 in a row. Now we've responded by losing 3 in a row, but we do sign both of those international free agents. So we're 49 and 38, still in first place. Reyes signs with Kansas City, so that will be interesting to see. Brian Terrace is on waivers again. No surprise there. But come on, we got to start playing better baseball. This is not good right now. We've got the All-Star break coming up. Hopefully that will help. At the very least, it'll allow us to line up our pitching. Come on now. There we are. We take 2 or 3 from Houston. That's not too bad. So all-star rosters. Let's see. We have got David Burkhalter. So in his first year as a Rocky, he's having a fantastic season. 3.10 ERA, and his FIP is probably even better than that. It looks like based on his WAR. Yeah, it's 2.45. So he's having a really good season. Not allowing a lot of home runs. It looks like only 3 home runs. So that's really good. Pitching in Colorado, that is a must. I see Jairo Pacheco made the All-Star team. He was on our team for a little while there. He's still not really a great player, but whatever. Who else? We're looking at gotta look at the NL here. Here we go. I see Dominic Foscolina. So his batting average has dipped almost 100 points from last year, but still having a good year. 122 WRC plus. Sky Bolt makes it, even though he missed some time there. That is good. And Jose Reyes makes it as well. No surprise there. And yeah, those are our... Oh, and Steven Strasburg makes it. So those are all of our all-star or representatives. Strasburg 3.10 ERA this year. So cool beans there. Let's see if we can actually win the All-Star game and get home field in the World Series. I don't even remember if we had it in the last World Series, to be honest. And I can see Matt Barnes not having a good year for Philadelphia. Nice. And the NL wins. That's good. All right, so we can set up our pitching coming out of the break here, and then we'll probably simulate about another week and readdress maybe a little more than a week. All right, so pitching, we can go with Geddes to start, who's having another good year. I think, yeah, both Burkhalter and Strasburg are going to need a day of rest. So we'll go Geddes, Burkhalter, Strasburg, Parsons, and Aiken. So we've got Aiken up here. We called him up. He has not looked great in 7 starts so far. So still might need to plug that back end rotation spot. And then we might also need a left-handed reliever here. Elias Miles is not pitching very well. Now we could move Aiken back to the bullpen, and that could help supplement that a little bit. But we still might need another left-hander on top of that, because we only have one as it is. We can call up Chris Richmond. He was having a bad year in Colorado to start, but still got great ratings, so it might be worth a shot at some points. But we'll see how things go. I think that's probably what we'll look to upgrade, is maybe getting another starter and then maybe adding a left-handed reliever. I don't think we need too much help with the lineup. I mean, we could find a better first baseman, but if everyone's healthy, I like the Taylor and Windham platoon, and then Rodriguez and Ortiz. It's a little bit young for an infield, but still, with the way our outfield plays, I wouldn't be too worried about it. Sorry, we got, what, 3 games against LA here. This is the Dodgers, who I think might still be in last place. I'm not too sure, though. Alright, Jose Reyes is back healthy. That is good. We can send... who do we want to send down? Do we still have 2 outfielders? Oh, no, we just have Adam. Oh, no, yeah, we have Hazley and Parrott. So we could send one of those guys down. I claimed Joey Gallo off of waivers, but I might just end up DFAing him. I claimed him to be an extra left... Like, I figured he could be an extra left-handed first base bat in case Taylor got hurt or anything like that. There's no way we could get him down into AAA, I don't think. I mean, we could just send Luis Reyes back down, but I kind of want to keep him up just to see what he can do. He's 24. He has a tightwad die. Screw it, we'll just send him down. Alright, so could move Rodriguez back to third base, Windham back here, and then gonna activate Jose Reyes. And we can move Reyes there. Put Yamada back in center, perfect. Alright, and yeah, Reyes sitting fourth, perfect. Alright, we'll just copy and paste, and then I gotta remember against lefties I want Jacob Parrott to be the backup outfielder. So Parrott and Hazley are like carbon copies of each other as players. They both have, I think they have the same exact defensive outfield ratings, 75 in the corners. It looks like Hazley's slightly better at third base, and they're both have pretty similar hitting ratings, both right around 50-55 grade in most categories. So pretty similar players right there. I think I got Hazley off of waivers or in some sort of low-key trade. Yeah, what was this? Paul. Oh, it was the Paul Goldschmidt. This is who I unloaded Goldschmidt for. Yeah, cool stuff there. So we did make some roster moves I probably should have explained a little bit earlier, but oh well. You guys get the gist of it. So are we going to sweep LA? Yes, we do. Now we've got San Diego, who I believe is having a semi-decent season. But we lose the first game to them. We could take a look at the standings here in a sec. We'll probably do 1 or 2 more series before we stop for the trade deadline. Riley Pinto rehab time is up. Man, we have a log jam in the bullpen here. Ishikawa's looked pretty good, so I don't really think I want to send him down. Manaus is having another really good year. I'm not going to move him. I'm not going to move Burr. I'm probably not going to move Franco. So we could just get rid of one of our outfielders and get an extra bullpen spot. But I kind of like having a right-handed and a left-handed bat. I think I'd rather just have that than instead of an extra bullpen spot. So maybe we could DFA Pintz. Yeah, we might want to just do that. Let's wave in DFA. Alright. And yeah, like I said, we'll do the Miami series and then maybe one more before we pause for the deadline here. We can take it. Oh man, now we're starting to play good baseball. We've got 6 games on the Giants right now, who are currently what, 3rd place in the wild card standings. Oh, this is 4 games against Miami, then an off day. So this is game number 100, and we lose. So we're 58-42 on July 28th. We've got 3 games against the Giants here. Not the Giants. What am I saying? The Mets. Excuse me. All right, so let's look at our team. Okay, Aiken. Wow, Aiken's getting shelled, so we've got to get him out of the rotation. We could try moving Elias Miles into there just for the hell of it. But at the same time, I think getting an extra starter might be a good idea because I don't know how confident I feel about Hunter Parsons being in a playoff rotation. I've talked about it before. I don't really ever think it's a great idea to have him as your number 4. So we might go out and try to acquire another starter. I already did some advanced research and just tried to find the guys that were... to the usual, try to find the guys that were, could be trade candidates. Like, one of them might have been Ron Hafner, because he's on, like, a last-place Angels team. But there aren't many guys on, like, expiring contracts or anything this year that would be easy to get. Tristan McKenzie was another guy I thought about going after, but he makes way too much to be a reliever. Burkhalter, Jorge Martinez is, like, 23 years old. Would be excellent to get, but that's not happening. Keaton McKinney could be one. He's having a pretty good year for Chicago. And he's only got 1 year left on his deal after this one. Plays for, I believe, a last-place Chicago team. So we can take a look at him. Owens might be another, but not as keen on getting him. Giovanni Lopez, no thanks. Drake Fellows, no, he's locked up. Hafner Masaki was just signed. All right, so we can look at McKinney from the White Sox. Now, let me just double-check the standings. Yeah, they're kind of hovering around, so they could look to trade him. What might be a better idea is to go to the rebuilding teams seeing if they have any good starters, like a Ricardo Sanchez, extreme fly ball pitcher. That probably is not going to work out in Colorado too well. What about the Cubbies? They've got some good pitchers. Nothing spectacular, but something that certainly would be an upgrade. Or I shouldn't say certainly, but probably would be an upgrade. Pancho Vasquez, maybe? Not known for his hustle. We can't have that, can we? Yeah, maybe Pancho Vasquez is not the worst option in the world. I don't think he's got three good. Yeah, he's got 3 good pitches, and his control's a bit of an issue, but. Is it Desert? So we'll go back to that. Tigers, no one. Tigers are like the worst team in the game in this. The Dodgers, could go after Jen-Ho Singh. A couple years left on his contract. He's an Ironman. Gives you a lot of innings at least, but that's a lot for a 5th starter, 4th or 5th starter. A lot of money. The Dodgers, let's go to the A's. Edgar Moreno. Alright, this guy's basically a rookie. They're not going to move him. Phillies, nothing too interesting. Padres. Oh yeah, the Padres have some starters. I remember Luis Encarnacion, Luis Rosario, or Rosario, Encarnacion. And then they have this really good Juan Salas guy who's like a rookie. He's got really good potential. He's going to be a beast. 3rd overall draft pick. Would be nice to have, but we cannot. Jordan Sheffield. Alright, and one last team, the Blue Jays. It was Zach F1. Alright, so what about if we went back to the, the Cubs? Try to go after Pancho Vasquez. This is a guy I might try to get. I think he was in the top 10 pitchers for a while. Looks like he's maybe regressed. Alright, there's no way we can. There's got to be another prospect package we can conjure up here. What about maybe Ernesto Silva? Who's even his Adiron Chambers ratings are diminishing as we go here. What about someone on top of Silva for Vasquez? Come on. Don't do this. Ed Graves. It's not going to make a difference, I don't think. Not really. What about if we subtracted from our Major League roster? Like, what if we gave them Brady Aiken? Ooh, that might move the needle. I don't want to give up Hunter Parsons if I can, but I will give up Brady Aiken. It's got to be something more. Could give up. What about Riley Pint? Is he still DFA'd? I don't think that's going to move the needle. But we might as well get rid of him. We're just going to have to release him anyway. It did sort of move the needle. We can throw in Dusty King now. Wow, that did move the needle. That's surprising. Yeah, I might throw in Dusty King now. Who is 26 years old. He played in the Major League team for a little bit this year, but don't really have a roster spot for him. Left-handed bat. Yeah, I mean, we have Joey Gallo to pretty much take his role. So I might do this then. Silva. Oh, I could even keep Silva. It'd just be Aiken, Pint, and King for Pancho Vasquez, who I think would at least be an upgrade on our 5th starter spot. Plus not bad insurance if we had a top 4 injury. Pint, Aiken, and King. We'll just give up Pint. We're going to release him anyway. I don't know why I'm screwing around with this. Question is, could we keep Aiken? Yes, we could, it looks like. We could give up Pagan. Yeah, we'll give up this Pagan guy, Jorge Pagan. Yeah, he's never going to fill out, I'm pretty sure, at this point. Alright, so Pagan, Aiken, and King for Pancho Vasquez. So Aiken is a free agent, I think, next year anyway. Or he might be arbitration eligible, I'm not even sure. So I'm probably going to get rid of him soon anyway. But we'll get Pancho Vasquez, so that's going to be an upgrade to our 5th starter spot. And that is sort of a, you know, I mean, I was glad we were able to win a World Series with, oops, that's Dusty King. I was glad we were able to win a World Series with Brady Aiken, but it's definitely time to move on from him. He was definitely him or Julio Urias, probably the 2 biggest disappointments of this series. Neither guy really ever worked out for us. So now the question is, what about left-handed reliever? That is another area we could upgrade. Now we could try and sign back Julio Urias, who we released earlier this year. Maybe move Elias Miles down, and that frees up 2 roster spots for us. I'm not really sure. Kirimella, this is the guy the Giants just traded for Mike Leake. Yeah, here's Urias. But, I mean, we might need a better upgrade than that. Miles is 24, so we could send him down. Might do that. He's had such a horrible year. Let's first... Actually, yeah, we can send him down now. And then let's sign Urias back. And then I'm also going to look to pick up another left-hander on the trade market, which I'll probably cut out and then find a deal for. But yeah, we could also get Steven Matz. He's only a 2-pitch pitcher, though. Although not a bad track record. A couple good years there. So maybe he's worth an ad. Might add them both. We have plenty of money. Oh, what the hell? Okay, apparently Urias doesn't want to sign back, so now we will sign Steven Matz. Alright, and now I'm going to go out and look for a lefty on the trade market, and I'll be back. Alright, so I did find my trade for a left-handed reliever. I'm going to pick up Ben Thompson from the Texas Rangers, who's actually pretty young still, only 24 years old, former first-round pick, having a very good season for them. And yeah, definitely, even though it's a first-round pick, definitely a future as a bullpen guy, only a 2-pitch pitcher. But really nice potential. I think he's going to be really good in the future, and also already one of the best left-handed relievers in the game. I went down all MLB players and or just all MLB relievers, looked at the highest rated ones, and he was the second highest rated lefty in the game behind our oldest Chapman. And we're only giving up Luis Reyes to get him. This is a guy who's proven to be a, well, I shouldn't say proven to be a pretty big bust because he hasn't had a lot of playing time in the major leagues, but a guy that I don't really see myself ever giving a shot, especially considering we have Freddie Vignal, Ruben Rodriguez, Esteban Ortiz in our as some young middle infielders on this team. So yeah, we'll give up Luis Reyes for him, and that is a pretty fair deal in my opinion. So we will pick up Ben Thompson. Perfect. And then hopefully we can add Steven Matz to this bullpen, and we will have a solidified bullpen. So right now we've got 25 guys in the roster. Perfect. So let's simulate here past the deadline, as we are all set to go. And I might, I'm not sure. I feel like I should call up Chris Richmond at some point, but we will see. It depends. I mean, if someone gets hurt or if we have a big blow up with somebody in our bullpen, then he'll get a shot. Also, I was able to send Riley Pitt down to AAA. I realized he actually didn't have enough service time to refuse an assignment to AAA, so we were able to get him down there. But all right, there we go. Actually, no, the deadline's today. We got to simulate one more day. It's anticlimactic or whatever, but all right, now there we go. We get slaughtered by the Marlins 11-0, but that is the deadline. Cool stuff. Nate Kazi on Pittsburgh now. And Encarnacion, pitcher of the month. Great. And it's just what I wanted to see. But alright, so we are past the deadline, and we are ready to get into the stretch run here. So the next episode will probably be a postseason episode, but this division race is getting rather tight. So if it does get even tighter, and especially if we fall back to maybe even, you know, being in verge of losing a wild card spot especially, then we will definitely get back to you guys for a September episode. But either way, can't predict that for now. So that's going to do it. I hope you guys did enjoy. Thanks for watching, and I'm out. Peace.